Oh my goodness. My phone is always super loud with these notifications, man. We need to relax, phone. We need to relax. We need to massage each other, alright? You can massage me with your vibrations, and I'll massage you with my sweaty and sensual hands. Anyways, what is up, guys? I'm TheSensualBeast. We should be live here. We're live. We're live. And we are going to finally be starting a delicious walkthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wild DLC, the only DLC, unfortunately, for Horizon Zero Dawn. Man, this game is amazing. I mean, the year started with me playing this game. Well, not really. This is one of the bigger games I started playing on my channel. It's actually the second biggest game I've covered on my channel. There's 64 episodes for this game, and we covered everything. We got all the collectibles. We went and explored all the different sites for the machines. With obviously all the stories, all the side missions. We covered everything that we could, and I had such a good time playing this game, man. It is such an amazing game, and I think, you know, now that the year is finally coming to a close, 2017 is coming to a close, this is definitely my favorite game of the year, by far. Like, hands down. I've played many of the games that have been amazing, you know, this year. But I think for me, Horizon Zero Dawn is literally my favorite game of the year. And it definitely is going to be forever now in the top 5, at least in my, you know, list of top 5 games of all time. You know, personally. It's going to be right there up with Crash, with The Last of Us, with, personally for me, Rock Band. Rock Band just in general. Maybe not so much Rock Band 4, because, you know, Rock Band 4, I have some feelings about that game. You know, I'm glad that Rock Band is in the current-gen consoles, but Rock Band 3, 2, and 1, much better games. Regardless, though, Rock Band as a franchise still in my top, you know, games, top 5 games. So I mean, it's up there, man. This game I've had so much fun playing it. Now, there's been a couple of updates throughout the time, you know, when this game came out, and obviously now with the DLC. So New Game Plus came out for this game a couple of months back. I believe about 3 or 4 months back from when I'm, you know, live streaming this right now with the new DLC. And we did it. That's actually why I didn't cover this DLC right when it came out, because I've basically for the last like 3 or 4 days I've been grinding through the main story, doing all the side missions again, discovering all the different sites, getting all the collectibles, because I wanted this to be like my main save, even though there's not going to be any more, you know, future DLCs. I wanted this to be my main save. So we got all the new adept weapons. Well, at least most of them. I didn't get the adept weapons that you can buy from the merchants. There's like the rope caster, the sling, and then also the warbow, because obviously you can get the launch variants of those weapons, so there's no reason to waste the shards. Now, I had like 75,000, I believe, shards. Every time I say shards, it sounds like I'm talking about poop. But I had a bunch of shards. So a lot of sharding was going on. Sharding everywhere, all over everyone's faces. It was a good time, really. So I had a ton of shards, and like midway or towards the end of me trying to like get all the weapons, at least the ones that I had to buy, which is the rope, the adept sling, the adept sharp bow, the adept tripcaster, the adept hunter bow. Also, a lot of these, like the requirements for buying these were like a lot of really high-end parts, so like a lot of machine hearts and that kind of stuff that takes a while to get. So we had to get all those, but even like with 75,000, I was pretty short of money towards the end of me buying everything. Now, with like, you know, getting all the collectibles and getting all those boxes, and also doing, you know, a lot of the side quests and that kind of stuff, I ended up, you know, racking up more shards to be able to buy the rest of the armors. So we went ahead and got the North Survivor Adepts, the Protector Adepts, you know, the Silent Hunter, basically all the different armors. We also have 2 Shield Weaver armors, so that's pretty cool. Basically, you just have to drop the Shield Weaver that you had from your first playthrough before you pick up the second one, and that way you have 2. Does it matter that you have 2? Not really. I guess you could change from one to another when like the shields run out. That's kind of like a cheaty way to do it. It's too much, you know. You have to do so many menus to do that. So I don't ever do it because it's just too much, like, you know, going back and forth. I love going back and forth, essentially, of course, or gently, but it's just, it's just too rough with with doing it this way, so I don't really do it, but it's cool just to have 2 shield weavers there. I also want to get ahead and got a bunch of new modifications now. I believe in this DLC you can modify your spear, which I think is really cool. So we had a bunch of modifications from playing throughout just the regular game of the spear, so I'm kind of excited to modify my spear here in the next couple of episodes of this DLC. I got a bunch of new modifications. I also there's some boxes actually, so you can get actually these blue gleam boxes, which is the new currency that you're gonna use in the cut, which is a brand new area for the Manuke in this DLC, to purchase, I believe, weapons and armor with like different vendors and that kind of stuff. So there's a specific vendor in Meridian where you go ahead. I think it's actually the vendor that takes all the Death Stranding collectibles you can get in this game, because Hideo Kojima and I can't remember the name of the main director, like the main guy behind Horizon Zero Dawn, but they collaborated. So like I think Death Stranding is using the engine which Horizon Zero Dawn runs in, which is gonna be amazing because they say it looks so good. But so they have collectibles you can collect. You give them to this certain vendor. He gives you like this box with the socks from. It's like a little Easter egg for Death Stranding, and also gives you like, I think he gives you some shards and some some modifications. But with that same guy, you go ahead and give him. I think it's a Thunderbird. I think it's a Thunderbird lens. Thunderjaw lens, Rockbreaker lens, and a Behemoth lens for these 4 different boxes, I believe. If I even mentioned like 4 machines, I'm not sure. But it's basically all like the high-end tier machines that you have to take down to get these boxes. Now I haven't opened them yet because I wanted to open them with you guys and see what we get. I think you just get currency, but you may also get maybe a weapon or something like that. I'm just kind of hoping we get currency because I don't really want any of the low tier weapons. I want to get the high tier weapons right away. But I think it's still kind of cool that you can buy those in the game. And aside from that, that's basically it. Now we also have 2 new lines of skills that you can get. Now because I was playing through my new game plus, I had a bunch of the moment the DLC got released, your level, you could get 10 more levels. So you could go up to 60 instead of 50. So instead of having my ghost levels, which I had for like a good portion of my second playthrough, it ended up reverting to like the normal levels that you can have. So I had like 24, 25 levels to spend when the DLC got released, and that actually got me all of these right here. Like with those 24 levels, I was able to get every single variant of this right away, and they're more quality of life perks or abilities that you can have. They're pretty handy. You can pick up things from your mounts. You can repair mounts, which is kind of expensive when you think about it. I mean, if you have the shards for it, it's good, but it just depends. It's a very specific kind of ability that you can have, or skill, whatever. But machine repair just for general machines, and then mount repair plus, which increases your health of the health of your mount, which is pretty handy. Again, it costs quite a bit of shards to repair them sometimes, so it's kind of like a wishy-washy thing for me. This one strike is really cool, so you can run up to certain enemies, and if you've ranked up all of the what is it, the one that you use to strike enemies? I think it's this one. Yeah, so leader strike. So if you upgrade all of these, I believe you can one-shot most enemies, even the high-end enemies. You can one-shot them with jumping at them from your mount, which is really, really cool. The animation is actually really cool for it, so I really like that. Hoarder just gives you a bunch more space in your inventory, which I even I liked it, but I'm always gonna run out of space regardless. But it's cool to have a little extra space in there. Expert's Carver is actually really good for, especially in the ultra hard difficulty, which we are playing on right now. And then Shard Salvager is also really handy for instead of just throwing down the things that you don't have space for, you can actually just get sell them or scrap them for half the shards that you would if you sold them. So that's actually pretty handy. So a lot of these are pretty cool. The mount ones, if you use mounts a lot, I use them from time to time. With ultra hard difficulty, I found that I feel like machines spot you from much further away. So if you just running around with a mount, you'll get attacked by everything. And in this, in ultra hard, the machines hit really hard. So if you don't have the proper armor or what's it called, modifications on your armor to protect you against those hits, you're gonna take a lot of damage, a ton of damage. And machines are a lot more like on you. They're on your bunghole. They are trying to penetrate you gently, of course. Well, sometimes they're a little bit rough about it, but they're trying to destroy you basically. And this new difficulty. So if you guys want to take a look here, we are playing on ultra hard. I'm talking a lot here. We're already 10 minutes in. I haven't even started the DLC, but there's a lot of things to cover that I wanted to just mention. But yeah, so ultra hard, we're playing on ultra hard. We can't change it. I wanted to play the DLC just right off the bat on ultra hard because it's going to be even more challenging. So I'm kind of excited for that. We also went ahead and unlocked the new things for Aloy's focus, so you can change her color. We have it right now on the yellow variants, which is variant C, and also the different face paints. Now, the different face paints are cool. It's very, some of them fit with all the armors, others fit with certain armors, so it just depends. We're gonna be wearing the Shield Weaver for, I would say, a good portion of the DLC, just because, again, the damage that you take, the Shield Weaver doesn't protect you fully, especially with the nerfs that it's received over the past couple of updates, but it protects you from smaller hits. It takes 3 or 4 hits, that protects you from the smaller little beams of energy from watchers or that kind of stuff. And then from actual melee attacks, big melee attacks, it at least protects you from one good hit. And then you can try and run away or tie down a machine or just try and escape and recharge your armor. Now it's still very dangerous because once that shield is gone, you're screwed. But having that one safety hit is sometimes just enough to save you. But we have this cool face paint. It's called the Banuk Chieftain, and it's actually pretty cool. It kind of fits really nicely with the what's it called, the Shield Weaver, just because that yellow that has the helmet top part, it just kind of fits nicely with the way that the face paint goes. It's kind of triangle-ish. Just covers the top of her face. I was going between this one and also there's different ones. The Karja Stalker, which is kind of freaky, but it looks cool with certain armors. The Otaru Planeswalker, which I think is just another tribe that we met one tribe person in the main game. I'm really excited to see if they expand on them in the future or not. We'll see. You also have the Banuk Shaman, which is pretty cool, or Shaman. We also have the North Seeker, which I always, in the main story, I was always what mark are they talking about when they say that she has a mark of a Seeker? This is a mark of a Seeker that she's supposed to have throughout the game. And it looks pretty cool. I wanted to keep this. I was torn between this one and the one we have, but I went with the other one just because it's a little bit different. It looks a little bit cooler. And it just covers more of her face, which, not that, I want to cover Alo's face. A very cool character. The designs in this game and, the character designs are really good and well done. But the face paint I think it looks really cool, again, especially with the Shield Weaver armor and the helmet. But, we have a couple of cool little face paints. I kind of wish they added these to the main, menu, kind of just normal customization, instead of adding them to, the pause menu. But, hopefully in the future they'll add more, in the second game, or, maybe they'll reconsider making another expansion, and they'll add more. But regardless, I actually really like them, and that's kind of one of the main reasons why I wanted to play through the whole of the game plus, just to get the different colors for her focus and also the face paints, which are really cool. Regardless though, we are finally gonna get into it. We're finally going to get into the Frozen Wilds. Hopefully you guys will enjoy. I know a lot of people have already started and even finished the Frozen Wilds. I'm gonna take my time. We're going to explore everything in this DLC, the different collectibles, the different machines, different sites, everything, every single side mission, everything that we can cover, we're going to try and cover in this DLC. Now, I've watched a bit of other playthroughs and how they start. A lot of them usually have a Banuk tribesman right here in the campfire. What happened to us is pretty, I would say 85% through the main walkthrough of the game. If you're in Meridian, there is where's the main entrance over here in Meridian? So right here in this path, if you guys have done the quest where you have to go and remove the the religious guy from here from like letting people and let them use this area to like pray and whatever. If you keep going a little bit down where this blue area is right here, there's this guy talking about how his father, this Karja guy talking about his father won't let him go hunting in the cut, which is the Banuk lands, because it's super dangerous. And so that's where you start talking to him, and that's where I got the quest for it, instead of getting it here at the campfire. So it's interesting. I'm not sure if there's any other sites where you can get this. Let me know if there is. But this is where I got it. I haven't seen anyone else from the playthroughs that I've watched get it here. A lot of people just start from the campfire and up to the Banuk lands and the cut. But because I was still playing through the main story when the DLC came out and I was in this area, the marker came up. It was like a blue marker came up, and so I went to it, and it gave me the quest, which is Into the Frozen Wilds. So we're gonna actually highlight that. But yeah, that was pretty interesting because I didn't know that was a thing. I thought both of the cutscenes or both of the characters would appear, but it turns out that you either get one or the other. Because yesterday, when I finally finished my main playthrough, my second playthrough, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna check out, just to see if that's a thing up here, just to check out like the face paint in action with like the new animations, which there are new animations and they're definitely improved. Oh,
this path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
Come on.
I'm surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
Oh man. Talking to Silence, it's weird if you haven't played this game in a while, but because I just went through like the main, or if anyone has gone through the main playthrough before they started this, it's kind of funky talking to Silence again. I hope that we find out more, maybe just a little bit more about him in this DLC. I'm not sure if we will. It is mentioned obviously just now that we might, but I don't know if they'll expand on his story in this DLC. But yeah, the animations in here are going to be improved, and they're definitely noticeable. They're definitely noticeable from the main game. I don't even really have an issue, but you can definitely tell the difference from these improved animations, which hopefully are going to be better, if not the same, in the next game, to the ones that came with the vanilla game. Like the characters move a lot more. You have better angles when you're talking to like the different NPCs, and overall it just looks a lot cleaner. It looks like the characters are actually moving and that kind of stuff instead of just like a sound check of a voice in the background, then the character like moving their mouth, but there's no like emotion or anything, which I also think is really cool that they have that.
No room.
Oh, here we go.
This one's a new predator. See the heat coming off it.
Demonic Scorcher. This is gonna be interesting. Let's see. Machine components. Weakness: freeze, strength, fire. Yeah. So this one was revealed in the trailer for the Frozen Wild. So I was expecting this one. It looks pretty crazy. It looks very aggressive machine. Mine launcher. So these guys also have a power generator, kind of like scrappers do. A blaze canister. Interesting. See, a very agile and dangerous combat machine with fire, augmented melee attacks, and a mounted mine launcher for range engagement. Oi. Alright, well, here we go. Now, what do we have in our arsenal right now? He's weak to freeze attacks. Let's go ahead and also clear this out. What is this? Demonic Machine. Demonic machines are more powerful and have stronger elemental resistance than their normal counterparts. They're a force to be reckoned with. Wait, alright. So basically they're corrupted machines to a degree. With a different kind of corruption. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but it's interesting. I'm trying to think if I want to equip the rope caster. We actually don't have that. Like, again, you know, in this game mode, machines take so much more damage that I've run out of a lot of like major resources, blaze and string mainly. But I actually really like the Rattler. Now the Rattler is a weapon that a lot of people, you know, make fun of in this game. It's not the most useful, but if you have the right modifications and use it against the right enemies, it can come in very, very, very handy. So we're actually going to do that. I'm actually going to replace the rope caster here, just because I feel like we're going to have to tie this guy down. We can start off with a strong attack here. Right to the cooch. Oh, nice. Perfect. In fact, we may not have to tie him down at all. Freeze him.
Oh boy.
Oh man, nice. Let's go. Yeah, I actually have pretty good freeze modifications on this thing, so even that took a while to freeze him, but he was stunned, so we kind of got lucky there. 36 damage coil. That's not bad at all. All right. Ooh, that was lucky actually. We didn't get to see much of his attacks, but don't worry, guys. We'll be facing a lot more of them in the future. I'd say for a first time fighting one of those things, that was pretty smooth. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot to open these, so we might as well go ahead and open these as well. We'll open these. Oh, nice. I really need the wire, so that's good. But we'll go ahead and open these as well, because I completely forgot about that. Okay, so we get one blue gleam. Not sure currency-wise how much that would get us. Like one blue gleam, another one blue gleam, more blue gleam, and blue. Okay, cool. So that's not bad. A precious blue tinted crystal available to merchants. Oh, that's actually looks pretty cool. Look at that. Interesting. All right, cool. So it doesn't appear as a different currency like next to shards. It's just like an item that you can have. Just interesting.
Strange crystal. Catches the light well.
It does indeed. It does indeed. Now I actually want to make sure that I don't think I've messed with any audio. Yeah, so audio should be Gucci. Audio should be Gucci. Hopefully, at least. We can take, I think 2 paths here. It seems like they both lead the same way. We're gonna check out this side just real quick. See if there's anything we can pick up. These guys can also tell like the armor is catching the snow, which is something that in the vanilla game that was not the thing, and I think every armor does this, which is really, really cool. Also, the snow, you can actually like see her footprints going through the snow. A lot more detail in this DLC. I'm just trying to enjoy it, man. I've been waiting. Like the moment I was done with this game, I was like, I need more. Like I need to play more on this game. And ever since the DLC, whoa, was that a goat? What the fudge? What? I forgot there was gonna be also new wildlife. Alright. Can I chase this guy? Where'd he go? Oh, we can't go that way. The fudge? You gotta do me like that, buddy? Alright, let's see how it is. I'm also kind of sick. Kind of recovering right now from being sick. I still have quite a bit of boogers at my nose holes. But I hope I don't have to blow my nose too many times throughout this live stream. Okay, well, I guess I'll just keep going. I would imagine we're gonna see more goats. More Kevins. Kevin? Stop being a cunt, Kevin. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so you guys can see Aloy's yellow focus instead of like the light blue that it used to be. I think it looks pretty cool. There's also like a pink and like a darker blue that you can have. What in the mother of God?
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
What the fuck was that? You guys see the sky right now? Whoa! Yo, that's the volcano. You can see the volcano from here already? Oh my god, man. Look at this. This game is just beautiful, man. Like, it still strikes me how many times I just stop and stare. But seriously, I stop and I just look. You know, it's almost like, you know, when you're, you know, out in nature in real life, IRL, and you just kind of stop and like just take in the view. I mean, this is amazing.
Everything's
man.
freezing. The ground, the air, me.
Yeah, we don't exactly have the best, the most warm of outfits, to be honest. All right, let's keep going here. And look at this. Look at this. Oh. Oh, nice. So that's a nice little introduction. The Frozen Wilds. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. Ah! You seriously, like I said, you guys have no idea how excited I've been, how much I've been anticipating this DLC. I'm just so psyched, man. I'm so psyched for this DLC. I can't wait to see the cutscenes, the new animations.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
Hey, don't challenge me, lady. The new guard. Just making sure that I'm not like the Sensual NPCs characters. We're gonna walk slowly, man. We're gonna take in the view. We're gonna take in the sights. Enjoy the DLC while it lasts. Now, it's a pretty girthy DLC. I believe it's at 15 hours or so. Right now, altogether, and let me know in the comments for you guys how many hours you guys have put into this game. But for me personally, so far I've put in fact, I'll show you guys. Last time I checked, which was last night, was 200 hours. Like over, just something a little, yeah. So just a little bit over 200 hours, 201 hours into this game. That's combined with my main playthrough, the first time we did it, which again, we completed everything and anything we could. And then the second playthrough, which again, we did the same thing. We completed everything and everything I knew we could. And then we even got a couple of extra things that I actually hadn't seen the first time I played through it. And also, it just kind of, you know, improved on some things that I what's it called, that I didn't do the first time around. So, yeah, quite a bit of time spent playing this game. And I've enjoyed every single second of it. Let's keep going.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
Jeez, this guy's very welcoming. I just love it.
This is Song's Edge, biggest settlement in the cut.
These are dangerous lands, Outlander. Deadly, even.
I'm ready. Look at this. Look at this shooter armor, lady. What does this tell you? Oh my goodness. Mother of Pearl. I'm so glad that this is actually in the game. I remember when the first trailer came out, I was like, I mean, usually you see that in trailers, you see like this magnificent like thing in the background. You're like, I mean, you'll probably see that at the end, but it won't be like a thing that you always see. Nah, we're gonna have this in the background all the time, reminding us that we are at some point going to go into that mountain, into that volcano, whatever it is, and figure out what the fudge is going on in there. And I'm excited for it, man. So far, it's beautiful. I mean, look at this.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
From the mountain? Oh. Just from the village, too. I don't see the village smoke, though. I mean, I almost want to... I may have to come back here and take a couple of screenshots, man. Right now, I'm using a really crappy, like, thumbnail just because I didn't want to start, like... I didn't want to start any part of this and, you know, take screenshots to have the thumbnail ready. But this is perfect right here. I mean, this just having Aloy here and have that in the background, that is perfect right there. Now, let's keep going here. Some blue gleam over there already. Song's Edge. Interesting.
Abandon us. Our chieftain has led our best to their deaths. Where shall I find hope now? twisted. A bad omen for the ritual.
Go ahead and pick up everything we can here. Is this blue gleam or is this? Oh, it's just a light. I thought it was blue gleam. I'm so inclined right now to explore everything and everything we can. And, I mean, why not? You know? We're here. I also like how Aloy, like, she actually runs a little bit different in, like, heavy snow, like deep snow. I'm just so psyched, guys. I'm so psyched for this. I'm trying to just tag different people to see if we have anyone important already here. I think really...
The young hunters have learned a lesson from Thunderstrom. Sometimes, loss is the price of survival.
Mother of Pearl, dude.
May the songs of the lost echo.
Oh, I see the smoke down there.
In times like these, let's not forget the importance of ceremony.
Who knows better how to lead than Aratak? We must put our faith in him.
Alright, Ty, huh? Trust in the TheSensualBeast. How about that? I mean, the TheSensualBeast is here to save the day, really. Or
And
hopefully.
I will stay with him.
We haven't lost this many hunters since the war with the Karja.
Oh my. Oh, something really bad is happening apparently.
Trust Araya to return to us.
Who trust who? Did she say Araic? Just trying to scan for loot boxes here. Supply crates. Young Banuk Hunter. Well, I believe we're going down to that village, so...
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't realize... I was like, what are you talking about? And that's all those people there. Alright, well, down we go, I guess. There's apparently a new soundtrack for this DLC, which already... I'm digging. Yeah, give me the loots, man. If I can get some more wire and blaze. Oh, well, we got wire. There you go. That's pretty good.
They were good hunters. Their songs
Hello, lady.
must not be forgotten.
It won't be. Is she an actual like main character? Or no? A lot of these guys I think are just general characters, general people. A lot of shards though, that's pretty good. Whoa. That's pretty impressive. Now the Banuk, they're a very interesting tribe. We met them a couple of times in the main game. They were definitely scattered around, just like, you know, random characters. But like, I think when there was only one, like, not really that long of a side quest. It was like it was a pretty short, no, not really short, but it was a, I don't know, like a 20-minute, maybe at best, little quest that you could do with the Banuk, and they're an interesting bunch, man. The whole wire thing, like talking to machines, trying to sort of like befriend them and all that. It's very interesting. I know a lot of people wanted them to wanted the team of Gorilla to cover the mainlands of the Banuk, which is the oh man, what is it called? The I can't remember the main city of the Banuk. I can't remember the name of it, but I think covering just like a portion, because apparently the cut is like in between, or like we're in the middle of like a lot of different borders and a lot of different like lands of different tribes. So technically they can always come back to the cut or visit a different part of the cut. in future games, and even have it as like a main part of the game. I mean, technically this is now a main part of the game, but even more expansive, I guess. But I think, you know, saving like the big city or the big cities for different tribes is better for a full-on game instead of DLC, because that way you can actually cover, you know, everything in the main game instead of, you know, having to like kind of cut corners with the time you have for DLC. Alright, well, here we go. Enough dilly-dallying around. Oh, actually, there's some stuff in
a great challenge. That is it.
We suffered a great loss.
Here we go. Osra?
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrind, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead, but not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
I hate going hunts, so... Oh! Oh, what? Not that Gleenhawks aren't cool machines, they're just annoying sometimes. Look at this guy's armor. And spear.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin seize the fate all Banuk long for, falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Oratok!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered. by machines. When Araya vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her. But no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Interesting. That was a really cool ritual. Apparently the Banuk, as far as we know, have the ability to sometimes be able to control machines, you know, bring back the blue light or, like, be part of the blue light with the machines, which is interesting. Because, again, Glinthogs, man, they're not friendly machines. They see you, and they gotta fudge you up real quick. So, the fact that they just came by and took the sort of bodies or the spirit, you know, the idea or the, you know, sort of symbolic bodies of the fallen. It's very interesting, but we'll see what happens here. Let's see. Let's ask more about this.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Werik chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Araya came to town with their Werik, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
I'm glad he's worried about Banuk. It's just it's good to hear. What's a Werik?
What are these Weriks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Yeah, not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Weriks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Weriks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werik has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
Interesting. It kind of reminds me of the hierarchy of the lodge to a degree. You know, you have to have a hawk, then you have to be what's that other thing? Basically, like, you know, the thing under the hawk. I can't remember what the name is. Or, you know, the lower rank of the hawk. They have to sponsor you. You have to hunt with them. You know, prove yourself. This is a little more complicated though. This is interesting. So basically, the Werik or the Warak, they're like a sort of like the hierarchy of the Banuk here. Which is interesting. All right, let's see. Oh, we have a question for Silence, which is definitely interesting. I want to find out more about that. The animations already are proven to look a lot more, what's it called? A lot more, I guess, fleshed out. They look a lot better. And, you know, nothing against the original animations, but you can definitely tell they've polished these a little bit more than the original. Obviously, the original is a much bigger game. Hopefully, again, this carries over though to Horizon Zero Dawn 2 or whatever it's going to be called. I'm excited for that.
And Araya is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Araya found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Araya's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Oh.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth. Filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Don't believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
Interesting.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Araya. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
I mean, look, you saying who's we? I'm down, alright? I like sharding. I like sharding all over these. Well, I mean, I don't want to shard all over them, but I would like to take their shards, you know, into my pockets. Are we down? I'm down.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Bargain. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
Alright, I'm down. Is this where we're gonna get our spear modifications? I hope so. Alright, let's ask about Silence, man. What is going on with this crazy Felicia called Silence?
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. Oh. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Araya's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
I mean, I'm down. We didn't find out more about Silence, so it would be interesting to see, because we're already done with the game. Technically, at this point, he has already left, as you guys heard at the beginning of our walkthrough here. So I'm not sure we're able to confront him about it. I'm not even sure if you're able to confront him about it, you know, before he leaves. Like if you do this, you know, before you get to that point in the story, in the main story. But I'm definitely interested to just find out what's going on with him, if we even do find out, or you know, the very little amount of story behind him. All right, well, let's go. Let's show this a daemon.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it, something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Araya. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rasps. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrund.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Araya or Thunderstone.
They do with passion.
Might be worth a shot.
Let's hope so. Alright, new side quest, the Shaman's Path. Find Naltuk. Talk to Aratak.
There's often remark upon the tall neck trapped with the frost figures, but it's been there as long as I've been alive.
We got a bunch of stuff going on here, guys. A bunch of different side quests, a bunch of different people to talk to. I am hyped. Now we're gonna be playing this quite a while, guys. This stream might be going on for a while here.
Silence by rising waters.
Oh, we also have a merchant here already.
They are among the most wanted.
Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh my. We have the Adept Champion Bow. So this is, I was actually wondering about this. This is so expensive, by the way. 6,000 for well, that's pretty good though. 6,000 for each weapon. That's not too bad. I think some of the other weapons that we got were like 15,000, something like that. Some are pretty pricey. But this is interesting because I was wondering if when you got these weapons, doing it, your first playthrough, you would get the normal, versions, and then maybe doing like a third playthrough, you would get the adept versions. But no, this time, since I've already done the second walkthrough, the second playthrough, I just get the adept version, which I think is pretty good. Now these are basically just variants of the ones we already have. I'm not sure how they stack up. I would imagine they stack up, quite differently, at least to a degree. We have the Banuk Awarak Runner. We have Banuk Ice Hunter Adept. That's very bulky. That's pretty cool though. I like that. I like the colors. A lot of color in these armors. Ooh, I was actually just I remember our Hawk from the lodge. She has an armor like this, and I thought it was really cool. And this is pretty much like that. It has that like sort of bandolier of like feathers or armor right in the middle. That's pretty cool looking. That's nice. Ooh, this is interesting. The Nora Silent Hunter Adept, the Carja Blazing Adept. That's actually really cool. It reminds me of the armor that War Chusona wears, but green, but green instead of like blue. That's pretty cool. All right. So in terms of Banuk Gambler Box. So we can spend Gleam on this. Now we can only get one per Gleam. I think you can only get one, just get them one time. You can't like repeatedly get them. Oh, we also need these right here. We need Badger Bone, a Goat Bone, Goat Skin, and Badger Bone. My, they're asking for a lot of stuff just even for the maps. Map of Blue Gleam. Oh, I can see why they ask you for it though, because this basically is going to show us all the Blue Gleam in the map. Alright, well, we have a lot of stuff to work towards, and I'm more than happy to do so, to be quite honest. Let's go talk to this lady.
Blood saw to that.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Lelai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din? What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
Like a bagpipe, or what's she talking about?
So Deep Din is a place and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Carja. I'm the drummer now, but our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it, or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
Alright. So I was thinking that maybe I was thinking of what caused like the what's it called? The flooding, but I don't know. Can't really think of anything. I was thinking maybe it had to do something with like something in the main game, but I don't think that's possible. Alright, well, let's find out what this place is.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like. but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
Waterlogs. Well, maybe it was a dam or something from the old ones. Broke down, got open.
Some don't care for the sound of the din. Well, I bet they're happy now.
Don't you worry, I got you.
I need to get going.
Yes, yes. Water lapping on old stone. That's a sound to sleep to, not live to.
Let's see what else we can find here.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small.
May you survive and prevail.
It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Banukai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. "You bid me come," she said. "My people need aid. Will you provide it?" The machines whispered to Banukai. "We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great." Banukai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banukai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banukai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banukai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banukai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banukai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Banukai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads, and her Werak wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky. And for just a moment, before life left her, Banukai knew the truth of the blue light. And she felt peace. We remember Banukai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, who brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
Wow, that was quite the story there with the fire and... Okay. Very interesting, man. Right.
We remember Banukai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still...
Alright, well, I'm down, man. I am down. Oh, we're actually going up here. I was wondering, I was like, there's a merchant all the way up there, why? Oh my, that's quite the drop. Okay, well, let's go talk to...
everywhere Banukai.
Some more peeps down here, actually. Is there anyone up here we want to talk to? Seemed like it.
Why do the cliffs need fancy
Oh, I'm
colors?
glad my phone came around. They would torment us with the legacy ground.
Go ahead and save. Alright.
Is there no end to the horrors that Damon is willing to commit against us?
Oh, knife
Good
fight?
news is that bandits tend to live briefly.
What the fuck? He's on a knife fight in the middle of the field here.
We do well to stay vigilant.
Okay, so a lot of these guys are just regular, hunters.
Our hardships are punishments, but they cleanse us of arrogance.
Look at this guy out here.
Others may use the machines, but only we seek to understand them.
Well, let's go talk to this guy. Is it down here? Yeah, here we go.
I waited by the kill all morning with my shaman.
Alright. Let's talk to Aratakat. Is that the, I think that's the side thing, right? Fine Naltuk. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to him.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
No, I just like standing here, you know, looking at your beautiful face. It looks very furry. Love it. I want to pet it. Alright, let's see. Expedition to Thunderstrom. You're Warwick. The Daemon. Uria.
Aurea knows about
Aurea.
this
It's not
Daemon.
Uria.
Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
Well, that went well.
Did your Warwick come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the Daemon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
This Daemon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
It's not exactly the most talkative or informative person we've met so far. So that's not exactly helpful.
There are other Warracks in Song's Edge too?
Yes, the village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I mean, it keeps you alive, so that's, you know, that's good. I'm gonna ask him about is it Aurea?
Aurea knows about
Aurea.
this Daemon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
Alright, well, he didn't go for it. He didn't take the bait.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, he's not exactly the friendliest. Alright. Oh, we gotta find Nartuk. Now we also have, oh, okay, so she's over here. I think we have... Let me go ahead and save here real quick before we do anything else. If I gotta do a manual save as well. Maybe? Oh, there you go. Okay. So, I'm actually have to cut this. Ooh. I'm already full on saves, really? Alright. I'm going to override this one. But yeah, I'm going to have to cut this stream a little bit short. Just covering the beginning of the Frozen Watch. Just because today's been a rough day, guys. Again, I'm a little sick. I was really hoping... I did just mention earlier that I was going to be running this stream for at least 2 hours. But I'm extremely tired. And I really want to keep playing, but I also don't want to, fall asleep when I pay attention because I'm so tired and still kind of, recovering from being sick. So hopefully by tomorrow I'll be well rested and not as sick, and we'll be able to cover, continue on with the main quest and then find more side quests and more things to do. But for now we're just gonna cover the main stuff, the stuff that we can find here very quickly.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Maria. And to do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Yeah, so we got a couple of people to talk to. A couple of people. Oh, these guys are like in a hot spring thing here. So I believe this DLC takes place in Yellowstone National Park, which gives us...
Wait a moment.
I was gonna say, which gives us sites like this right here. Whoa, what is he? What is it red? A lot of color in this DLC. Even though it's, it's meant to be in the snow, which is, just white. It's a lot of color, man.
That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Alright, so the quest, a secret shared? A quest to improve our spear. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Remember what I said, but tell no one.
Alright, no, it was like our little secret here. I'm down. Alright, so let's check out that quest. It's an errand. A secret shared. Find rail parts. No spear modification and blue gleam. Interesting. Okay. Check this out. What are these guys doing anyways? Can you get in here? Oh my god, look how beautiful this looks. I'm pretty sure in real life these things are like extreme, like scorching hot. So you wouldn't be able to get in these. But it's a video game, so I mean, why not? Just gonna pick up this right here. Very nice, very nice. Oh, notched ancient charm. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, is that something new from the DLC? Like a new piece you can find?
Any news from the hunt?
The herd isn't roaming far from the camp.
Keep them together this time.
Then we wait. But I bet we'll see a stray.
All right, I'll keep watch tonight.
What's happening? What's going on? Okay. Oh, I can't talk to them. What the fudge? Really? Whoa, your cape is just... Oh, I was gonna say... This cape is just floating there. can't talk to them though. They are named characters, so I would imagine they have something to do with quests or something, but I literally cannot talk to them.
Oh, there you go.
So I didn't realize this, but there's something over here. Pigment light salts. Okay, so there's 9 of these. Ooh, it's part of the, ooh, a light color salt, a pigment used for Banuk rock painting. Traits, trait sets at Song's Edge for valuable rewards. That's pretty cool. Nice. Alright. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything else or anything we can check out before we end the stream. Don't believe there's anything else. So we got some traders here, a specialty merchant. Let's go check out the specialty merchant and some of the other merchants over here. And they'll probably end the stream. Again, I don't want to. I've been waiting so long to play this game that I would love to
see more Outlanders.
Continue to play tonight. But yeah, I'm pretty tired. I'm still kind of sick. And I should probably just rest up to be ready for, you know, just tomorrow, feeling better, feeling 100%. Well, maybe not 100%, maybe 80%, 90%. I'm okay with that.
One day, Stone of the Din is dry. The next.
Okay, so there's a merchant here. Not sure if they're also the same thing or not. The other one's like highlighted in blue. She may not have anything too interesting. Usually when they don't have like a...
I'd have to ditch something.
A thing on top of their head, or on top of the like little merchant icon. They don't have anything too crazy.
Your lungs may scream for air. Your muscles may beg for rest. Tell them no.
Wait, she's not a merchant. She's a merchant. Over here. See, this is what I'm saying. I can't... I'm too distracted. Okay, let's check out this lady. See what she's got going on.
You should not.
Wrong one. She actually doesn't have any of the new armors or weapons or anything like that. Actually, she just buys from you if you need it. If you need her to. Interesting. Try to see if I can sell anything to this lady. Oh, it's the wrong thing. But I'm not. I think we got. I mean, everything we have we can use in the future, so I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Father's guilt
All right.
into the new project.
Well, we got another one above us, like right over here. So
He's a different
trying to go way up there.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small. Who led us to the frozen waste. We also remember a rabbit.
Oh my goodness! Oh, we can't climb this? Oh, I thought we could climb the yellow part. Oh man! Oh my goodness! Oh man, we were trading awfully close to dying here. Again, this is why I need to stop playing and play a future time. Let's use the ladder here. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm extremely tired, guys. I've slept a combined time of at least 30 minutes.
You spend a week in the cut, then go home to tell your friends how tough you are.
Look, we're gonna spend more than a week here, alright? We're gonna spend a long time. We're here for the long haul. Can we even get up there? How do you... Oh, here we go. More ladders.
The only sound is the wind whipping up the snow.
Oh, here we go. Just making sure there's no like box or something like that, or any like data points. Man, it's quite the climb just to get to this merchant. Talk to Sekul.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land.
Damn.
Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew, but a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen.
Oh, this is probably the layer that we're going to be giving the pigments to the one that we just collected. Once we collect all 9 of them. Interesting.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
Okay. Well, I think there's a map for these. We might have to be. We actually. The next thing we might have to do is just go hunting. We won't. Usually, you know, with my main walkthrough, I used to like do a little bit of hunting in between episodes, but we're not far ahead enough for us to just be like free roaming yet. So I think what we're gonna do is obviously, you know, we're probably gonna be hunting next episode to try and get those maps, or at least most of them. And just that way we have, you know, a lot of the important locations already marked on the map and ready to go.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean. That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are called to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
Okay. Interesting. I really like how we're learning a lot more about the Banuk. In fact, I think I kind of missed a little bit of that.
The
so
Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean.
I missed like the
That's not the right question.
part in the middle there.
I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are called to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
Oh, okay. I missed the part about the machines. I was like, what are you talking about? Interesting. Alright.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
Yeah, so we can go. Oh, okay, so we can actually go ahead and trade with her already. We don't have the pigments yet, but it's basically three for one box, 3 for the other box, and then 3 for the other box. Interesting. All right.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
Alright, nice. Cool beans. So it's basically all the merchants that we have here. We already have some sites here that we just go to. We don't really have to go to where the main quest is pointing us to. But I'm not sure. I think like I said, what we're gonna do next episode. We're actually gonna end it here, guys. But what we're gonna do next episode is I'm going to go ahead and start hunting around these areas right here. We don't have we don't have to go to the main quest just yet. I think just exploring the land should be Gucci. In fact, if we can actually head towards the tonic to try and overwrite him, and you know, basically open up this whole map or a good portion of it. I'm not sure if it's going to be more than one tonic. Hopefully there is, because I really enjoy like hacking the tonics in the main game. So it'll be interesting to see how that works in this game. I think in this game it's a little more difficult than just like getting on top of the tonic. I think you have to fight either the tonic a little bit, or like there's more resistance to trying to like get on top of the tonic and actually overriding him. But what we're gonna do is we're also gonna just go ahead and probably get a mount as well to maybe use some of the abilities that we've got with the new skills that were added to the DLC. But also again, just going hunting, because I really want to get those maps. I want to get those maps just again to kind of highlight all the locations that we have to go to not only get the stuff that we can use as currency in the future, to get all the weapons and the armors that we can, but also to get the different collectibles, the different things that we can trade in the future for different rewards, and then also start getting some new side quests, some new areas, locations, and some new people to meet to get more side quests, which I'm definitely excited for. But regardless, hopefully you guys enjoyed the first good hour or so of the Frozen Wilds of Horizon Zero Dawn's The Frozen Wilds DLC. I am super duper impressed so far with this DLC. I mean, look at this, man. Just look at this view. You can't beat this view. I mean, this is just too good. There's a freaking volcano or something that looks like a volcano. I don't know if it is a volcano, but it looks like a volcano in the background. It has lightning going like all the way up into the sky. I mean, it looks massive from here. I can't imagine how humongous it looks from up close. It must look very girthy. And just the lands in general, that have the snow works. I mean, it's snowy, but it's not like where it just like blinds you. But it's the animations are looking even better. Also, my controller's doing this thing lately where it's just like it's not responding for some reason. But the animations look a lot cleaner. They look a lot more interactive. Like the characters actually move. Like their facial expressions actually kind of give you an idea of what they're saying. Not just going by what by what you're hearing, but also by what you're seeing. The characters, like the animations and that kind of stuff. I think they've definitely improved the animations from the main game. Again, the main game has some good animations, but you can definitely tell the improvements like right away from going from the main animations in the vanilla game and then going to the DLC here with the more improved, more kind of expressive animations that they have for the characters, for the AI. So I think that's really cool. Again, hopefully they carry this over to Horizon Zero Dawn 2, which I would imagine is what they're working on, because they're not going to be making any more DLCs, unfortunately. Please make more DLCs. But I'm just excited to continue on with this DLC, guys. We're going to get all the armors, all the weapons, going to take out all the machines, do all the side quests, do all the main quests. We are going to be spending the full 15 hours, maybe even 20 hours, getting everything that we can in this DLC, and I'm super psyched for it, man. Like I said, I've been waiting for this DLC for way too long now. Way too long. Regardless, though, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, spank that like button. Leave your comments below, letting me know how many hours you guys have sunk into Horizon Zero Dawn. Have you guys done the New Game Plus? Are you guys playing in Ultra Hard? Or did you guys play the DLC in Ultra Hard already? Let me know. And also, if you guys want to check out more Horizon Zero Dawn, not only Frozen Wilds, but our main walkthrough, check out the Horizon Zero Dawn playlist. That'll have all the deliciousness from the main walkthrough, the vanilla game, and also future episodes of here, the Frozen Wilds. So it's gonna be a pretty girthy playlist, to say so myself. I think it's actually going to be our second biggest playlist on the channel, because it's this game and Fallout 4 are the games that I've covered the most on this channel so far, and by far, Horizon Zero Dawn, again, one of my favorite games of the year. Definitely top 5 for me personally. Thank you guys so much for watching this live and also this as a video. Thank you guys so much for interacting with me. And I'm going to just go and rest. I'm going to get better for tomorrow's stream. We're going to be streaming this as often. In fact, we might even do 2 streams a day. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it will be better tomorrow, but we'll definitely be streaming tomorrow. Hope to see you guys there. I'm going to go tickle myself. Have a very juicy, a delicious, tasty, and frozen kind of day.